Hey everybody, I wanted to give you the Weight Watchers meeting content for the week of April 24th through the 30th. This is for all of those who don't get to go to Weight Watchers meetings for whatever reason. I'd like to tell you some of the tips and things that we went over. So this week it was about playing with your food and not getting bored with what you're eating, not depriving yourself of things because you're on a diet, because those two things, boredom and deprivation, will cause you to fail. They cause you to give up. So basically what she said was you need to branch out and try new things, try new ways to eat the foods that you like, you know, add some spice and some variety to your life as opposed to just eating the same boring things all the time because you know the points for them, they're low in points, you're afraid to eat anything else because you think you might gain weight, you know, all that sort of thing. You can eat any and everything that you want, you just have to eat it within moderation and within your points. So try to remember that because I have a tendency to forget it. I forget that I'm not on a diet and I could eat anything I wanted, I just have to eat it in moderation. So some of the Weight Watchers members were, you know, again, giving out some of their tips on ways to keep themselves from getting bored with their food and things that they do. The leader said that her daughter-in-law, or her, not her daughter-in-law, but her son's girlfriend came for Easter from Minnesota or Wisconsin, I think she said. And she wanted to make a fruit salad. And so the lady said, go right ahead. So she went in there and cut up apples and blueberries and bananas and, I can't even remember what all, grapes and all kinds of stuff. And put it all in a big bowl. And then she took a half a package of dry, sugar-free, fat-free pudding mix, vanilla, and sprinkled that over the fruit and mixed it all up really well. And then she took about a tablespoon of dry hazelnut coffee creamer powder, probably the sugar-free kind, and sprinkled that over it and stirred it up as well. And the leader said it was absolutely amazing and ended up being the hit of the Easter dinner. And she also said that it lasted until yesterday. The only thing that turned brown in it was the bananas, and she said they were still edible. So probably something in one of those powders kind of helps preserve the fruit a little bit, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, she said she does that to keep her fruit salad from being boring. Mind you, you have to calculate that because you'll have to count points for it. This sounds so exciting to me, I want to go run home and do it right now. Another tip that the leader gave, and her name's Barbara, so if I say Barbara, that's my Weight Watchers leader, and she's just amazing, funny little lady. She takes 3, depending upon your size of crock pot, I'm assuming, she uses 3 tinfoil balls about that big. She balls up tinfoil about that big, and puts them in the bottom of her crock pot. And then she takes a whole chicken, a roaster, you know, or like a rotisserie size, and she seasons it the way that she likes it, and then she sits it butt down on that tinfoil in her crock pot for 6 hours on low. And she said what happens is the tinfoil raises it up off the bottom so it doesn't stick, first of all, and second of all the fat and everything drains down to the bottom and kind of almost steams that chicken. She said when you open it up, juice will just be dripping off the breast. She said it's like juicy, tender, it's got less fat because it all dripped down to the bottom. She said it will fall apart. You will have to scrape it out of that pan, out of that crock pot. So that was another tip. A lady said that she, in her green beans, she puts chicken broth, onions, and then a few almonds on top to keep herself from getting bored with her green beans. A bunch of people were saying to use spaghetti squash. You know, you guys all know that for your pasta. Or to put your spaghetti sauce over, like, the long, fresh green beans cooked. And kind of use that as your pasta to keep yourself from getting bored. And also to keep low in points. Another lady said to open up a can of stewed or diced whatever kind of tomatoes you like and put those in your green beans or in your corn or whatever to kind of, you know, change it up a little bit. This other lady said that she takes fresh cucumbers, cuts them up. She puts some vinegar in there, some water, and a little bit of Splenda to kind of make like the cucumber salad type thing. And then she said it's actually freezable. She freezes that, and then she can unfreeze and eat it whenever she wants. She said it freezes really well. And then this other lady said that her daughter-in-law is going to Weight Watchers at a different place, different state. And her leader said to take a Duncan Hines spice cake mix, the box, out of the box, apparently. Put it in your bowl, add 2 eggs, and a can, this is going to sound really gross, a can of condensed tomato soup, Put that in there, stir it all up, and bake it as directed. And she said it's this delicious, moist, really good cake. She didn't know the points for it offhand. She hadn't worked that out yet. But I'm assuming it's kind of high because it's got eggs in it. Maybe not high, but, you know, pretty close to regular cake. But she said it kind of spices it up and changes it up a little bit. So that was just some of their tips and things that they try. And then I talked about the chicken spaghetti that I made, and she said that was really cool. She said, how many recipes can you get out of one roasted chicken? You know, you could do barbecue chicken. Another lady said she makes chicken salad out of it, you know, for like chicken salad sandwiches or chicken salad to go on top of green lettuce. Chicken enchiladas, chicken spaghetti, you know, you name it. If you cook one chicken, you can use it several times. So the book this week looks, or the little pamphlet looks like this. And at the top, you'll see there it says chicken again, meaning don't, you know, deprive yourself of other foods and get bored with what you're eating. And there's a recipe in here for a springtime salad that I'll write out for you guys underneath. They're talking about eating wisely. Here's the salad. That looked good. It's 3 points for the salad. It's got goat cheese and strawberries. Oh, that sounds good. If you always go for chicken, it said try this. Try grilled tuna steak. Oh, mahi-mahi is the best. A trimmed pork tenderloin. Or add zing to lean turkey with sauces made with honey, mustard, apple, and cranberry, tropical fruit, salsa or Indian-inspired lime, cucumber, chutney, shape ground turkey or pork into burgers, meatballs, or a delicious meatloaf. If you always go for apples, try pears, kiwis, apricots, cherries, blackberries. They're all good sources of fiber and loaded with vitamins and minerals. You can grill pears for a sweet, smoky dessert. You drizzle it with a little bit of balsamic vinegar and brown sugar or honey, and you can put those right on the grill. Just make sure you put them on a rack because they will stick. Or add your favorite berries to natural yogurt for a fresh, satisfying dessert. You can slice a kiwi in half crosswise and scoop out the flesh with a teaspoon. Yeah. So, they're saying if you're on the go, you know, if you don't have time to like peel it, you can do it that way. If you always go for pasta, try quinoa, barley, whole wheat couscous. Those were some good swaps for that. If you always go for carrots, try cucumber, fennel, jicama, snow peas, or even raw string beans. If you always go for water, try putting lemon, oranges, watermelon, cucumber, mint, or lime in your water to switch that up. It's got a little thing in here for some tomato-based fat-free salsa. Tzatziki sauce, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. It is a yogurt, cucumber, dill sauce that you can use on anything, vegetables, chicken, your finger, drink it. And you can make it very low in points, and it's very flavorful. You can mix a few tablespoons of soy sauce with a teaspoon each of balsamic vinegar, mustard, lemon juice, and honey for a 1 point value dressing for salad. You can try topping toast with apple butter for a 1 point value per tablespoon, or go with a savory low-calorie tapenade or pesto to put on your toast to change it up in the morning. They're talking about moving more, you know, using your whole body to exercise as opposed to just your legs or just your arms. And there were some coupons, in there for some Weight Watchers items, candy, bagged candy, and Smart Ones. And then next week it will be dining out. How to enjoy it on program. And this guy on the back says, I used to eat almost anything put in front of me. Now I ask to hold the cheese or the mayonnaise, and I'll leave something unfinished if it isn't very good, and it feels great. And that's Ryan there, a little buddy Ryan. Alright, so that was the meeting content this week. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm going to go eat sushi with my husband, and I'm going to record some of that and show you what I like to eat when I eat sushi, just in case you're interested. So have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks, bye.